Good day, everybody. This is Srinivas. I'll be handling production planning and control subject, mechanical engineering department. And today's lecture is 11. The topic is types of production. So let us discuss about the types of production. The definition says the forecast is the process of predicting future demand for products, which is essential for the production planning and control to align the product with the demand, manage inventory, and allocate resources. So the forecasting topic in the production planning and what is forecast. For example, the car industry, a four-wheeler manufacturing industry has to manufacture some products. So those products will be depending upon the demand from the dealers. That means the requirement from the dealers is gathered. For example, Toyota company it produces cars as customers throughout the world. So from every country they receive the requirement for the following year. For example, in India it might be a 1 lakh car and following with other cars demands. So it might be some 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs of cars per year they need to produce. So that is the requirement, that is the target production for that company for the following year. So they need to get this particular number. So that number is generated or gathered from the dealers. Apart from that one, there will be a fluctuating demand in the requirement. So those 2% or 3% of the fluctuating demand, seasonal demand has also to be estimated and added to the requirement. So the seasonal demand is always depending upon the history of the sales of the particular country. So the history of the sales past 3 years or 4 years is gathered, and if it is increasing, then the same pace of increasing is added to the current year requirement. So in that way, the forecasting is done based on the dealer's requirement. Apart from that, on the seasonal demand, fluctuating demand. So the fluctuating demand can also, the company can also encash the fluctuating demand with the forecasting is done accurately. So the requirement is gathered from the dealers as well as the fluctuating demand. That is the forecasting. So why the forecasting is done? Based on that one, they need to align or plan the production. Like for example, the number of workshops what they have and how many hours they have to work for this production to meet the demand. At the same time, how many hours of the manual man works are needed. At the same time, how many work carrying trucks are needed. So all these are estimated in the forecasting. By and large, historical market trends and other factors, forecasting helps companies to avoid overproduction or underproduction of the optimizing efficiency and ensure the customer satisfaction. So overproduction or underproduction. So from some countries there might be increase in the sales every year. In some countries, due to political reasons or natural calamity reasons, there might be some decrease in the uh, demand, seasonal demand. So in that way also they need to get the accurate data and they need to analyze and make a big picture of what is going to be produced for the particular year. So how are these factors? So for how forecasting is done. First, the main factors for this forecasting is first one is demand prediction. So how the demand is predicted. So basically they get the requirement from the dealers. So that is the base number or solid number which needs to be produced. So all this information is again gathered throughout the country from all the dealers. So that is the forecasting for that particular year, and there might be some fluctuating demand in the based on the history. Like for example, some countries are growing in economy. Then those countries definitely need more comfortable lifestyle for the population. So they need to they might buy more cars in the next year. Like the country like developing India, developing countries like India, they need more cars for every following year. So it all depends upon the developed country. If the country is not at all developing, or some other countries like, for example, Nigeria, Africa, the lower countries, they are not economically doing good. So there might not be much fluctuation in the demand. Hardly they need second-hand cars rather than first-hand cars. So like that. At the same time, the market trends. For example, if the new car is released in the market and it has a very good demand going forward, so the new car, if it is clicked very well in the market, then they it has to be produced. It spreads throughout the country and throughout the world. Based on the model, look and feel of the car and performance of the car, the demand will start increasing throughout the world. So, like the market trends also, and at the same time, economic indicators. As I discussed earlier, the economy of the country also helps in predicting the forecast of the requirement. And second thing is resource allocation. So, what is the resource allocation? Once we have the particular demand in front of us, I mean, what has to be produced for following year. Or let me take a very small example of household kitchen. The person who has to maintain his house have an estimation. So along with his wife, he will make a guess of how much rice has to be purchased, how much wheat flour has to be purchased for the following year. As soon as they get the next day of the payday, they go to the grocery stores and purchase a bag of rice and bag of say, store dal, and at the same time some pulses which can be stored for a long time. And at the same time, they need not purchase the vegetables for throughout the month because they are perishable. So like that, depending upon the requirement and its properties, the funds has to be allocated. Similarly, if 1 lakh cars has to be produced in particular unit in one country, we need to guess what are the automatic machines available, how many uh, uh, how many manpower man hours has to be needed to manufacture that one, how many machine hours has to be needed is required to manufacture that particular count of four wheelers. So like that they start making a very big plan and they start assigning the resources to the appropriate machines. Same time they also schedule the labor and they calculate the labor wages at the same time machine wages and equipment usage needed to for the project event or complete carrying equipment. Everything is well planned so that there is no stoppage in the production. For any reason, there should not be any stop in the production. So inventory management. So inventory management is the part where the material is purchased for this particular demand. So if 1 lakh car has to be produced, then what is the material it is needed? So for example, 1 lakh of chassis, 1 lakh of engines has to be pursued. It should be, or at the same time, 1 lakh body has to be prepared, and 4 lakhs of wheels has to be prepared at the same time. Like that, they make a estimation of what are to be procured from the other dealers. So that is next one is production scheduling. So the production is scheduling. So every detail of the manufacturing part is scheduled. For example, as discussed earlier, first the chassis has to be prepared. So once until and unless the chassis is in the workshop, further engine cannot be fitted to the chassis. And once the engine is fitted to the then only the body of the car is to be fitted to that one. So these are three are series process. Apart from that one, so they have to fix the seats inside the car. At the same time, they have to fix the wheels to the chassis. So that is the parallel process again. So both can be done happen simultaneously. So like that, they will plan well and they deploy the machinery and deploy the required people. And at the same time, the material has to be arrived to the workshop. Like that, the plan is well strategized. So this is the principles of forecasting is determining the forecast purpose, the time horizon. So always this forecasting is very, very important, because once the forecasting is accurate, then only they can plan it or schedule it and make the things happen. The forecasting is very, very important and it should be accurate enough. Next one is principle. So on what basis the forecasting is estimated? So next one is, first one is to determine the purpose and time horizon. Determine purpose and time horizon. So the forecasting is done for the short term or long term. So out of 1 lakh cars, they can go for first 25,000 cars in the first quarter, next 25,000 in the next quarter. So like that, they can segregate and make a short term plan. And based on the short term plan, they start acquiring the material. So that is the based on the determined purpose and time horizon. Next one is the gather and analyze data. So what are the forecasting? What are the forecasting methods they are doing? So the information needs to be very, very accurate. So the information needs to be refreshed and it should be accurate, because the dealer might think that they need some 100 cars for the next following year, but after some time, due to some reason, they want to make it 120. So like that, there might be a fluctuation in the demand, but so the information whatever they are using should be of real time. Next one is implement and monitor. So after forecasting is done and the procurement is done for the raw material and work starts, then the once the work starts, they need to monitor it. That means the supervisor who is working in the workshop, they has to have his own work plan for that particular day. If he has to fit 10 cars chassis engines, then the day morning the chassis will be ready for him and then the engines will be ready for him in the workshop. So he should start working on that one by end of the day. He should make sure that all the 10 is completed. So like that, on timely delivery is very much needed. It's quantitative method. So here the procurement. So when it comes to procurement, like for the demand, we need to purchase the raw material. That is first is quantitative forecasting. So for 1 lakh of cars to be produced, we need 1 lakh of chassis and 1 lakh of engine. So like that, the count is made and the requirement. So for the body shop, they need mild steel, strong mild steel, and the fiber glass material. So all this has to be procured from different parts of the world. Now, so how the quantity is made, like purchased. They cannot get all the 1 lakh chassis and keep them in the dockyard. So it might subject to some environmental effects, like it might get rust or it should be painted or should be protected. There might be some theft issues like that. Whenever it is needed, they issue. For example, for our first month, they are planning for 25,000 cars. Then they need to get 5,000 chassis. Once it is coming down below the breakdown level, below the buffer level, again they have to just another 5,000 chassis. Like that, they need to plan. So the planning is very important. So for this type of planning, we need three methods. One is ABC analysis, JIT analysis, economic order quantity, safety stock calculations. All these are made to optimize the investment made on the material, so that the product is available to the customer at the lowest possible cost with high quality. Next, quantitative method. So the expert's opinion from the input state market production teams to the demand forecasting. So they take the expert's opinion. The experience is very, very important in production planning. So unless no calculation can give accurate unless based, based on the formula, but an experienced person can make a very good guess about the what is required and what would be the demand. Next is market research. So once market research is the one, if they release a product in the market, they take the feedback from the customer and how the trend is happening for that particular. Recently, for example, Mahindra has launched the uh, electric vehicle. So it was looking very huge and it was looking like a phantom vehicle. So again, the people they gather information from the customer. So customer expressed the opinion that it should not be that big and it should cut down to the 80% of the present size. Then they release another model so that it is needed. I mean, it is liked by the customer. Like that, they take the opinion from the market. That is very much important. Customer feedback analysis is very important. Next, strategic analysis, inventory analysis. Now, internal organization of the department. So all this procurement, the planning, and the paperwork, whatever the paperwork that is involved in this particular 1 lakh cars of production, these are kept. All thing is done in the administrative section of the production planning department. So all this is planning, scheduling, everything, all the paperwork, everything, the brain work, all the homework or the brain work will be done in the administration section of production planning and control. The planning section is all responsible for what should be procured and how it is planned, how it is scheduled, and how we are paying the workers, and what is the machinery needed, how many tools are needed for this one, what is the quality person needed for the quality control, and how what is the dispatch and how it is reaching the dealer until to the customer. So that is planned very well in the planning section. So this is the end of the session. We'll continue.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.